My guest on the program this week is one of the best-known social figures in Nigeria from the 70s, 80s, the 90s, and perhaps up to date. Let's meet him in a moment.
Tuoyo Jimmy Davies is a business consultant with experience spanning over 37 years in construction, furniture, telecoms, oil and gas, and interior designs. Davies was born into a Christian family in 1951 and was raised by his grandmother, who happens to be the mother of the late Ikemba Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. He lived in Sabongeri, Zaria, where he began his primary school education at St. Patrick's Primary School, Zaria. Davies was sent to Kanu in 1996 to visit his uncle, who was then the commander of the 5th Battalion Base Kanu. During this period, the 1996 school was announced and Ojukwu emerged as governor of Eastern Nigeria. Davies attended the University of Jos, Plateau State from 1997 to 1981, where he bagged a BSc in economics and proceeded to Niger State for the one-year compulsory service to the nation in 1982. His first appointment was with a construction company responsible for the building of Sheraton Hotel Ikeja, as well as the company that furnished the hotel. Davies left the furnishing company to start his own furniture company, Casafina Limited, in Lagos. His company grew so fast and was the first furniture company on Lagos Island and was involved in major furniture jobs at that time. Davies ventured into telecommunications business, and his company, Intercellular Nigeria, also became the first indigenous telecoms company in Nigeria. Davies was married to Helen Prest, a former Miss Nigeria. The union lasted for 7 years, producing 2 beautiful children. He has since remarried and is blessed with 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, from his beautiful wife, Sarah.
Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy Davies.
Yes, please.
That's your name. It's always been Jimmy Davies, hasn't it?
I was born Tuoyo Jimmy Davies.
Tuoyo, what
Tuoyo
language is that?
It's Shekiri language. I was explaining earlier that most people associate me with the Igbo people. Apparently,
Are you not Igbo?
I am not Igbo.
Okay, so where are you from then?
I am an Shekiri person.
That's interesting.
That's
Go on.
in Warri.
Right.
And my mother was the late Ojukwu's elder sister.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up basically in the north. I was born in Kanu.
You had an education in Zaria?
Primary school education.
Primary. What about your secondary education?
Secondary school was between St. Anthony's Ubuluku and out of the country, because by this time we've entered the 60s, and then it was disrupted by the coup, which, by the way, I was in Kanu in my uncle's house, who was the commander of the 5th Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Ojukwu. I took the phone call. I repeat, I took the phone call that summoned him to go and defend his battalion and go back there. When I called him, after 10 minutes, he dressed up and left.
Basically, what you're saying now, is that you started life, with Lieutenant Colonel at that time,
Yes.
Odumegwu Ojukwu.
Yes.
And
all my life,
you've always been with him all your life.
All my life, and there's nobody living today. I say it with all confidence that has stayed longer in the same house than me.
At what stage of your life did you start terrorizing people? Generally, I mean, terrorize in quotes. You were known to be literally in every social party in Nigeria, especially Lagos.
It was later, you see, after...
Is that after the war?
Yes, we had to go out of the country. That's another side of the story. I was in the same plane again that took Ojukwu, Opara, Ngube, and a host of others. And there was this princess from France.
Okay, take us through the last few moments before, they announced the surrender. How did it happen? What do you recall?
What I remember is they had this Madonna 1, Madonna 2 that we used as, we ran from Enugu first all the way to through Onitsha.
What made you remember that it was time to run? Did anybody say anything to remind you?
No, the whole place was being bombarded.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Your residence?
Yes, in Enugu, yes. We were moving from Madonna 1 to another Madonna, and then later we ended up in Owerri, somewhere in Owerri. From Owerri, things were not getting any easier, so we moved to Newi. I was always wherever it is, even when we were during the war, when we were in the bunkers and so on. Then people like Stella, and that he eventually got married to, we will all be tucked into the bunker while they will be having their meetings there. Sometimes for 3-4 days like that, they'll be bombing all over the place. The bunker in Umudike and so on. When we left this thing, there was this guy in charge of the airports, Akabogo. He was the principal of IPOB Government College. He was the one who decided which airport planes are coming into that were available that night. The first night, all the women went. Ikemba's wife, Ikemba's mother, children, and so on. You understand? Left. And
Did he say anything to your hearing to suggest that it was all over and you were running away at that time?
Honestly speaking,
while you were on the plane?
Honestly speaking, it felt as if we were going to come back. I was praying that we do come back stronger and better and so on, but it was obvious that we were closing in on us.
Okay.
Yes, and as I said.
So when you were in Ivory Coast, what happened to you in particular?
Me, when I was in the Ivory Coast, the first thing that I noticed was we had a problem of language. I was already in the secondary school, as I said earlier. Emeka them and all the rest of them. My sisters, I have 3 sisters, by the way, younger sisters. All of them were there with us. Njide's brothers and that's the wife. And then some other relations came with us. Opara left us there and went on to Germany and so on. All those